What if I told you that your happiness and mental well-being depend on just 4 chemicals in your brain? And the best part? You can boost them with simple daily habits. It's like having a secret code to unlock a happier, healthier you. We're talking about dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, also known as your dose. These powerful chemicals are the driving force behind your mood, motivation, and overall sense of well-being. And the coolest part? You have the power to influence their production every single day. In today's video, we'll break down the dose effect and share practical tips to naturally improve your mental health by hacking these 4 brain chemicals. Get ready to take control of your happiness. Let's talk about dopamine, the brain's motivation molecule. This incredible chemical is responsible for that surge of satisfaction you get when you achieve a goal, that feeling of excitement when you're working towards something you're passionate about, and that drive to chase after your dreams. Think of dopamine as the fuel for your ambition. It's what pushes you to take action, to strive for more, and to experience the thrill of the pursuit. But here's the catch: dopamine can be a tricky little devil. In today's world, we're bombarded with quick hits of dopamine from things like social media notifications, junk food, and instant gratification. These things hijack our brain's reward system, leaving us craving more and more, while depleting our natural dopamine reserves. The key to mastering dopamine is to understand how to harness its power without becoming a slave to its allure. It's about finding that sweet spot where you're consistently motivated, driven, and fulfilled, without relying on external sources of fleeting pleasure. So, how do we do that? It's simpler than you might think. One powerful way to boost dopamine naturally is to set small, achievable goals. Instead of overwhelming yourself with a massive to-do list, break down your tasks into bite-sized chunks. Each time you check something off your list, no matter how small, your brain releases a surge of dopamine, reinforcing that feeling of accomplishment and fueling your motivation to keep going. It's like giving yourself a high five from the inside out. Another effective strategy is to celebrate your wins, no matter how big or small. Did you finally conquer that challenging workout routine? Did you stick to your budget this week? Did you finally clean that messy drawer you've been avoiding? Celebrate it. Acknowledge your progress, give yourself a pat on the back, and let that feeling of accomplishment wash over you. These small victories may seem insignificant, but they create a positive feedback loop in your brain, boosting dopamine and reinforcing those healthy habits. Remember, dopamine is all about finding joy in the journey, not just the destination. By setting realistic goals, celebrating your wins, and focusing on the process, you can tap into the power of dopamine to unlock your motivation, drive, and overall sense of fulfillment. Now let's dive into the wonderful world of oxytocin, the connection chemical. This incredible hormone is all about fostering love, trust, and bonding in our relationships. It's the warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you hug a loved one, the sense of belonging you experience when you're surrounded by close friends, and the deep connection you feel with your partner. Oxytocin is the glue that holds our social fabric together, reminding us that we're not alone in this world and that we're wired for connection. But here's the thing. In today's fast-paced, digitally driven world, our oxytocin levels are taking a hit. We're spending more time glued to our screens and less time engaging in meaningful, face-to-face interactions. We're prioritizing virtual connections over real-life relationships, and as a result, we're experiencing an epidemic of loneliness and isolation. But don't despair. Just like with dopamine, we have the power to boost our oxytocin levels naturally and cultivate a greater sense of connection in our lives. It all starts with prioritizing quality time with our loved ones. Put down your phone, turn off the TV, and engage in activities that foster closeness and connection. Share a meal together, play a board game, go for a walk in nature, or simply have a heart-to-heart conversation. Physical touch is another incredibly powerful way to release oxytocin. A warm hug, a gentle touch on the arm, or a loving embrace can work wonders in strengthening our bonds and boosting our mood. So go ahead, give someone you care about a big hug. It's good for both of you. And don't underestimate the power of kindness. Performing acts of kindness, whether big or small, is a surefire way to flood your brain with oxytocin. Volunteer your time to a cause you care about, offer a helping hand to a neighbor in need, or simply surprise a loved one with a thoughtful gesture. Remember, connection is a fundamental human need, just like food and water. By prioritizing quality time with loved ones, engaging in physical touch, and practicing acts of kindness, We can boost our oxytocin levels, combat loneliness, and cultivate a greater sense of belonging in our lives. Chapter 3, Serotonin, the mood stabilizer. Let's talk about serotonin, the mood stabilizer. This essential neurotransmitter plays a crucial role in regulating our mood, sleep, appetite, and even our social behavior. When our serotonin levels are balanced, we feel calm, content, and better equipped to handle life's inevitable ups and downs. Think of serotonin as the steady hand on the wheel, keeping our emotions in check and promoting a sense of overall well-being. But just like the other chemicals in our dose, serotonin can be influenced by our lifestyle choices, both positively and negatively. Chronic stress, lack of sunlight, poor diet, and negative thinking patterns can all take a toll on our serotonin levels, leaving us feeling down, anxious, and emotionally depleted. But the good news is that we have the power to boost our serotonin naturally and cultivate a more positive and resilient mindset. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to increase serotonin production is to make sure we're getting enough sunlight. Sunlight triggers a chemical reaction in our brain that boosts serotonin levels, which is why we tend to feel happier and more energized on sunny days. So make it a point to step outside for at least 15 to 20 minutes every day, even if it's just for a quick walk around the block. Soak up those rays and let the sunshine work its magic on your mood. Another powerful tool in our serotonin-boosting arsenal is exercise. When we engage in physical activity, our brain releases a cascade of feel-good chemicals, including serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins. It's like a triple whammy of happiness. And the best part is that you don't have to become a marathon runner or a gym rat to reap the benefits. Even moderate exercise like brisk walking, dancing, or gardening can have a significant impact on our mood and well-being. Gratitude is another incredibly powerful practice for boosting serotonin and cultivating a more positive outlook on life. When we focus on the good in our lives, no matter how small, our brain releases serotonin, which helps to counteract the negative emotions that can deplete our serotonin reserves. So, make it a habit to start and end your day with a gratitude practice. Jot down 3 things you're grateful for in a journal, share your gratitude with a loved one, or simply take a few moments to reflect on all the good in your life. Remember, serotonin is all about finding balance and stability in our emotional landscape. By incorporating these simple yet effective practices into our daily routine, we can boost our serotonin levels, improve our mood, and cultivate a greater sense of inner peace and well-being. Chapter 4, Endorphins, the pain-killing pleasure boosters. Let's talk about endorphins, our body's natural pain relievers and pleasure boosters. These chemicals are released in response to pain, stress, and physical exertion, reducing our perception of pain and triggering feelings of euphoria. Think of endorphins as our body's built-in runner's high after a challenging workout. Endorphins help us push through discomfort, both physical and emotional, making us feel stronger and more resilient. However, our modern lifestyle can interfere with natural endorphin production. Sedentary behavior and chronic stress can lead to low endorphin levels, making us feel sluggish and more susceptible to pain. The good news is, we can boost endorphins through movement. Exercise is one of the most effective ways to trigger a surge of endorphins. Physical activity releases endorphins, leaving us feeling energized and ready to take on the world. Laughter is another potent endorphin booster. When we laugh, our brain releases endorphins, acting as natural stress relievers and mood elevators. Seek out opportunities for laughter throughout your day. Watch a funny movie, listen to a hilarious podcast, or spend time with people who make you laugh. And here's a surprising endorphin hack: spicy food. Spicy food can trigger an endorphin rush as our brain responds to the burning sensation. So, if you enjoy a little heat, spice up your life. Remember, endorphins are our body's natural pain relievers and pleasure boosters, and we can unlock their benefits through movement, laughter, and even a bit of spice. So there you have it. The power of the dose is in your hands. By understanding and optimizing these 4 brain chemicals, you can take control of your mental health and lead a happier, more fulfilling life. The strategies we've discussed today are simple yet powerful. Try incorporating 1 or 2 into your daily routine and see how they make you feel. Remember, small changes can lead to big results. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Let me know in the comments which dose-boosting habit you're going to try first. I can't wait to hear about your journey to a happier, healthier you.